Hello everyone, welcome to How to Get the Easy Villagers mod. Easy Villagers is a Minecraft mod designed to simplify villager management and everything related to trading, breeding, healing, iron production. Basically everything involving villager interactions can be done in a much simpler way without needing to build a giant trading hall or complex systems to move villagers, okay? I can pick up a villager and take it with me without doing the boring task of using boats or building paths to move them. So how can we get this mod? Well, we'll simply go to CurseForge and search for Easy Villagers. It's a mod with 51 million downloads, as we can see from users. It was created 5 years ago and last updated 24 days ago. We're on January 10th, 2026, and that's it. We'd simply go to Files, the mod created by HenkelMax. We'd go to Mod Loader, select Forge or NeoForge, whichever we prefer, and look for version 1.21, okay? Or whatever version you're playing. In my case, it's this one, but everyone should find their own. We click the 3 buttons, and then click Get File. Save this file by pressing Windows plus R, go to App Data, then Roaming, Minecraft, and save it in the mods folder. If the folder doesn't exist, right-click, select New, and create a mods folder without any issues. It's that simple. Alright, how can we capture and release villagers with Easy Villagers? The Easy Villagers mod allows us to capture a villager. Basically, we crouch down and right-click, and as you can see, I can pick it up there. If I switch to survival mode, you'll see it works the same way. And there's also the hotkey V, okay? I have it assigned to a section of the hotbar, okay? As you can see, it moves to the last slot, but if we point at a villager and press V, we'll pick them up. If we go to Options, Controls, and Keybinds and search for Easy Villagers, here we have the pickup, okay? Therefore, we can change this button without any problem. Also, theoretically, we can capture baby villagers, okay? As you can see. And it's important key details that if a villager has a profession, they'll keep their profession and trades until we update them again. And to prove it, let's do a demonstration to see if one of these villagers... There he is. He becomes selectable. I'll check his trades, he gives me loyalty. I'll press V, place him, and let's see if he still has the same trades. And yes, he does. As you can see, we have this button to cycle through trades, which helps speed things up and get exactly what we're looking for. For example, I'd be looking for, well, look, an efficiency 4, that would be perfect. So yeah, it's that simple. Alright, how can we use the Easy Villagers trader? First of all, let's look at the crafting recipe, which consists of 5 glass panes, crafted like this, 1 redstone dust and 3 iron ingots. This basically allows us to, well, as we're about to see, first we'll place it down and then we'll put a villager inside. Let's grab this villager who has trades, okay? We crouch, right-click and put it inside. And now, as you can see, we can trade directly with the villager. To take it out, just do the same thing. Crouch and right-click, got it? So this way we can interact directly with the villager's interface without any issues and trade from there. It's important to mention that, of course, if a zombie appears in the surrounding area... well, I'm in peaceful mode. That must be it. If a zombie appears in the area, it won't be able to attack the villager. And if I take a dynamite for whatever reason, I'll check if the trader explodes along with the villager. Let's put the trader up here. Let's place a villager. We'll put a dynamite and blow it up. In case of a creeper, what would happen? Well, we're about to see it explode, okay? But, importantly, it explodes with the villager inside, got it? If I place it now, I have the villager here again. If I break it while in survival mode, okay? What happens is more of the same. It gives me the item with the villager. I also recommend you take the lectern and place it, okay? As you can see, it's a workstation. I'm not sure if we can place the bed. No, it's done. We simply put the lectern for him to take the job. If I put a lectern near this villager, he takes the job automatically, as you can see, okay? So that's it. It's that simple. Alright, how can we cycle trades and restock in Easy Villagers? Easy Villagers adds controls to manage trade offers, which is basically this button here, the Cycle Trades button. That button is added by the mod itself and allows us to change or cycle through trades with this button. For example, this librarian hasn't given me anything interesting. I would keep changing it until I get, for instance, Thorns 3. We can also press C, okay? The C key will do the same thing. We need to press it, and each time we press it, as you can see, it would make the trade change. This way, we make it much easier to search for the best trades and so on. Important, we can only cycle until we make the first trade. As you know, in Minecraft, when you make the first trade, the rest becomes fixed, okay? Trades are locked once you trade with the village. And so, in a positive way, you lock in that trade and you'll never lose that book, but negatively, you can't get other new books, at least in the villager's first trade slot, right? You can unlock more, but you get the idea, right? Also, theoretically, the trader block here allows villagers to restock even outside their normal working hours, okay? Instead of schedules, it uses a configurable interval in the config file. I don't have it here, but if we were in the config, we could see it. The value is roughly every 1 to 3 minutes, which means if it runs out of stock, it would restock in 1 to 3 minutes. And if we set it lower, then it restocks faster. So it's that simple. How does the auto trader work? Let's see. First of all, the crafting. It's made with 5 glass panes, 1 redstone, 2 iron, and a netherite ingot. Interesting. Well, the auto trader is equivalent to the automatic trader. It makes exchanges repeatedly for me, okay? I don't think this villager makes much sense, so let's get another one. For example, let's get a cleric, okay? It's very possible that we're interested in this redstone trade, okay? I've had multiple survival worlds, and getting redstone with emeralds is definitely a luxury worth having. So we would put, as you can see here, the input of what we want to trade, and here would be the output, okay? Here's the million-dollar question. Can this interact with hoppers? Well, let's check it out. If I put a hopper underneath, it is indeed able to interact. What about the emeralds? They can also interact with inputs, and indeed they do. Okay, and now, as you can see, this is filling up and the villager can't take any more, right? What does that mean? Well, that's what the auto trader is for. When the villager becomes available again, it'll automatically trade again without us having to manually go there every day to make exchanges. Yes, I get it. I've had a technical survival too, and part of the magic is making trades yourself and getting that experience, right? Maybe it's just a small detail missing here, or the fun of trading in bulk. I think it's very satisfying and quite fun. It's true that doing it for hours can get boring, but you have to admit it's much more efficient and pretty interesting. Plus, we could also add pipes, okay? That is, it's fully compatible with other mods without any issues. So go ahead and enjoy this system. Obviously, we need to build something much larger if we needed faster processing. And clearly the hoppers, especially the output ones, should be connected to an exit so everything arrives here. And you can connect this to a chest without any problems, right? And that's it. Or if we don't want to use many hoppers, since this consumes a lot of resources, we can use a minecart with hopper. Alright, how can we use the Easy Villagers farmer? Well, basically the farmer consists of 5 glass panes, a water bucket, 1 dirt block, and 2 iron ingots. And basically what we're going to need is a villager. Obviously we're going to break all this here. And what we're going to do is place a farmer here and put a villager inside. Here, theoretically, we have the output, but obviously besides the villager, we need to select a crop or seed depending on what we want to grow. I don't know if we can grow cocoa. No, it doesn't. No, I've gone too far. I've been too silly. Let's grab a seed, okay? As you can see, if I right-click, the seed is placed there. It seems there's only one. Then we can also put carrots if we want, okay? And basically the block will produce an output items, okay? That is the output of items that have grown. As you can see, this one has already grown a bit, okay? It's just a matter of time before they keep growing. The crops you can plant are basically seeds of wheat, beetroot, carrots, and potatoes. You can also plant pitcher pods, which is this here, and torch flower seeds, which are basically what the sniffer gives you. Theoretically, they can be planted, and basically what the villager will give us is whatever it drops, okay? For example, if we use potatoes, it might give us poison potatoes. If we wanted to change the seed, for example here, we'd shift and right-click, okay? No problem at all. This one's about to grow. Let's see if it happens. Obviously, this system works with hoppers, okay? There, it grew and broke it, see? If we put a hopper, as you can see, it will collect the items from the output, okay? So it's compatible, and that's it. It's that simple. All right, how can we use the breeder? Very well. The breeder is simply a tool for breeding villagers. Let's look at how to craft it. The breeder is made with 5 glass panes, a bed, a wooden plank, and 2 iron ingots. Basically, what we'll do is place the breeder, okay? Well, we're going to put it right here. And what we'll do is place 2 villagers using the Easy Villagers mod. You know, if there's a villager, crouch, right-click and grab it, okay? So, if we click, as you can see, they're asking for food items, right? We can get these from a farmer, for example. And what we would do is give them the food items. Well, it's true that for wheat specifically, we need to give bread. So you give them food, they now have food, and basically after a cycle, I don't know how much food they need. Honestly, I don't have much reference on that. But a cycle has to pass, right? So I theoretically understand that a cycle is a whole day, right? Okay, I did it at night. I go to sleep and it's still night. Wonderful things of commands. Okay, and there a cycle has passed. There it is. I've done it. A cycle has passed. And as you can see there, we have the, whoa, this guy, what is he doing? There's the baby villager, okay? Well, as we can see, we have 2 because in this case, they made 2 and they consumed exactly, well, the same amount, 6 pieces of bread. Okay, so that's pretty cheap, huh? We get the baby villagers and now we could place them and have them there. What do you think? Yes, yes, yes. That's Dad and Mom. They're locked up. What are they doing? Well, no. Better not look too closely. Yes, yes, yes. Go over there. Go over there. Well, so that's it for the video. Well, not the end of the video. There are more parts, but that's it for this explanation. All right. How can we use the incubator? Basically, the incubator is useful because once we have a breeder and baby villagers, we'll place the little villagers here, okay? We'll put the mini villagers in the incubator, which basically accelerates the growth of baby villagers. Let's check out the crafting recipe, which I don't think I've seen yet. 5 glass panes, 1 wool, and 2 iron, okay? So what happens is that the baby villager theoretically grows twice as fast, and basically, when finished, the baby villager grows at double speed, okay? One technique we can do is take the incubator, use a hopper, extract baby villagers from the breeder, and place them in an incubator, okay? This way they would incubate automatically. This is starting to sound a bit sketchy already, but this way we'd have it automated, okay? And then the villagers who have grown up, we send them to wherever we want, really. I think that's where the chain ends, right? Or to iron farms, but well, that doesn't make much sense either. So we'd simply wait to have more and more villagers. And above the breeders, since they'll need food, we'd put farmers, okay? We'd do it like this and place farmers on top. Preferably with carrots, okay? With carrots. So there you have it. That's our super cycle. How to use the Easy Villagers converter? Let's see. First of all, the crafting recipe. The crafting recipe is this one here. 5 glass panes, 1 rotten flesh, 2 iron ingots, and 1 moss cobblestone. Basically, the converter automates the process of turning a villager into a zombie villager and curing them for better prices in mine. Basically, the requirements are to place a villager in the villager input, okay? Then we take the villager and place them in. We add a golden apple, okay, which is the cost, and a weakness potion. I'm not sure if it needs to be splash or not. Let's see. It doesn't need to be splash, okay? And there it turns into a zombie villager, okay? This way the process happens automatically. It might take about 5 minutes, but obviously it makes our trades much cheaper. The converter would be an element that we could place within our chain, right? I mean, we have our farmer chain, carrot farmer chain. Let's build it. We have this chain here, carrot farmer. The carrots directly feed villagers. Villagers breed, produce offspring that hatch, grow, and then we place them in a zombie converter to optimize for better trades. You might say, this is getting a bit Machiavellian. Well, I want to tell you, this mod just simplifies how players methodically, manually, and repeatedly use and interact with villagers. These are simply machines that automatically do what we would do manually. So if you think that's Machiavellian, I'd suggest reflecting on what you do with these poor creatures. Alright, so how can we use the iron farm from Easy Villagers? Let's see how the iron farm block is crafted. It's made with 5 glass panes, 1 lava, 2 iron, and 1 stone. Basically, it converts the concept of an iron farm into a single block within Minecraft, okay? All you need to do is place the block, which already comes with the zombie included. Don't ask me why. Right-click with a villager you've collected using the hotkey V, or right-click on a villager. And just like that, it's ready to generate iron automatically. See, I've had this one running for a while. it produces iron and poppies, okay? Those are the flowers that iron golems drop. It yields about 1 iron ingot per minute, which means that's 60. We can place hoppers underneath it, obviously, and no problems, got it? So yeah, it's that simple. With this, we've now explained all the blocks in Easy Villagers. Alright, finally I'd like to explain how we can automate a villager farm with Easy Villagers. In Easy Villagers, we have different blocks, okay? I understand if we've made it this far, we already know how all the blocks work, but I'll explain anyway. There's one for trading, another for auto trading, one for farming villagers, and another for breeding them. There's the incubator, which grows them up. We have the converter, which optimizes villager trading, okay? You're following me, right? Well, here are some things we could do. We could use the farmer block, okay? Like I've done here, some farmers that are growing carrots. And these carrots go down here, connecting to the breeders, okay? These are the ones that feed or breed the villagers, okay? And they basically use these same carrots to reproduce and make baby villagers. As you can see here, the bottle funnel is clearly creating the incubators. So we should place about 3 incubators for each breeder. And basically these incubators would produce the villager outputs, which are the adult villagers, okay? In this case, as I mentioned, they're not appearing because it takes quite a while. So, well, instead of 3 incubators, we could put 6 for each breeder, okay? Easily. And for each breeder, we'd probably need 2 farmers as well. This is simply placing the funnels like this, lowering this, and that's it, okay? 2 very relaxed farmers and the incubators, well, more of the same, right? So we take the hoppers, put them like this, so tuck, tuck. Let's see, we take these hoppers, do it like this, and this should work. I'm going to break it. This should work fine now, okay? We'd now place the incubators like this, and this should fill up without any problems, okay? I'm going to place my baby villagers here so you can see how they fill up, okay? These will gradually fill up, then it'll reach here, okay? And little by little, got it? It's a crude way of doing it. Then what can we do with so many villagers? Well, we can send them to the converter, for example. For the converter, we'd need golden apples, which is something that, well, with AutoCrafter, we can automate it. With a gold farm and a tree farm, we can get apples and gold to make golden apples, or just place them manually since we won't need a huge stock, okay? Golden apples, and then potions of weakness. That way we place the villager, okay? If we right-click the villager, we get better trades, okay? So we do this multiple times, and we have perfect villagers that we would basically take directly to the trade. But wait, we don't want that. What we want is to make a giant iron farm. Well, these incubators also work for us. We have all these iron farms. I'll grab a hopper instead. We have a hopper base, right? What do I know? You should know that each iron farm gives us about 60 iron per hour, okay? So if we have 9, we'll get 540 per hour, got it? We'll place the iron farms here, but obviously we need to breed villagers first. So let's go to our villager farm, okay? To our breeders, and see if any, or incubators and such, and see if any have grown. None have grown, okay? But it's just a matter of waiting. It's really taking quite a while, huh? I'm not going to lie. Ah, look, look, look. Here one has grown. Perfect. And on the other side too, right? There it is, okay? Then we take our little villagers and place them to produce iron for us. Very simple, right? That's how we can automate this whole process. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. See you in future videos, and bye-bye.